Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest on the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today I have Attila Korosi on the line, and he is founder of Move Mountains Pictures, and this interview is part of our AFM 2025 series where we bring you the best of those who attended and participated in American Film Festival, which took place in Century City or Los Angeles, California. Attila, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Adam. And before we start, I just want to say congratulations to your successful show, Mission Matters. I listen to it a lot, and I believe it provides a very valuable information to the audiences. So it is my honor to talk with you right now. Thank you.
Very kind and glad to have you on. So we got a lot to talk about. So I want to get into, of course, what you're doing over at Move Mountains Pictures. But before we get into that, AFM, how did it treat you this year? Is it your first time? Have you been before? Give me the backstory.
Well, I have been before to the AFM back when the whole thing took place in Santa Monica. And then right now, last year they were in Las Vegas, but they came back to LA for this year. And it was in the Century City. And it was a great experience.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about attending? What keeps you coming back?
Networking. First and foremost, networking. Everybody who is in the film business, be that a producer, be that a distributor or a sales agent, everybody's attending AFM. Everybody's taking it very seriously, and everybody's open to making new relationships.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I like it. I always feel like I always meet a lot of great people, and this year was fun. It was fun to see it. I don't know, just the energy. It felt good to have it back in LA. There was a lot of people there. It was like post-COVID and all that stuff that happened years ago. It feels good to, have a little bit of shot of energy back in LA. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely agree. It was great. So many people from all over the world, I think, from over 70 countries. They came to AFM, and everybody was excited. Everybody was super busy. And I don't know if I got lucky or not, but I had such a wonderful experience, and it was great.
That's awesome. So let's get a little bit into your work. So I definitely want to get into maybe one of your previous films as well. So Live and Die in East LA, which I know was named one of the top 10 most impactful films about Los Angeles. I mean, it received recognition from both the city and the county of Los Angeles. So I want to get into that film. But before we do that, I want to go back in time a little bit here. Attila, how did you get into film in general? Did you always want to be a filmmaker, or where'd that come from?
That's a great question. I always wanted to be a filmmaker. I grew up in a war-torn country. I grew up in a war during the Yugoslavian war in the 90s, and then movies was one of the things that kept people smiling, gave people hope. And that is when I made my decision. I want to create this kind of art that can really touch people's heart. And from then on, I embarked on this journey of becoming a filmmaker.
Do you remember any early movies that kind of helped shape that want, or was there a particular one or a genre, a moment?
Yeah, absolutely. One of my very first movies as a 4-year-old kid was the Ghostbusters, the first Ghostbusters movie.
You remember that one when you were 4? Jeez, go ahead.
It blew me away. I was like, wow, I watched this every single day. And then later on, it was the Aliens, the James Cameron's Aliens, and then Spielberg's Jurassic Park. Those were my movies growing up. E.T. as well. Yeah.
That's awesome. I haven't heard a Ghostbuster episode in a while. That's amazing. And so bring us back to kind of present day here. What kind of films are you making today and why?
Well, first and foremost, it's very important for my film to be entertainment for entertainment purposes. But for me, I want to take it a step further. For me, movie is not just to watch it for escapism, but I want to create such movies that have the power to really touch people's heart and give them hope. So my previous movie that you mentioned, Live and Die in East LA, that is why it got such a great recognition because, it's a crime thriller, but it goes beyond that. It touches people's life in real life, and that is why I was very, I dare say even surprised because I never planned for that when the city of LA reached out and recognizing me for creating this movie. It was a phenomenal experience.
Go a little bit further into that. Let's tee up where do you want to start with that? Because I definitely want people to check it out.
Well, Live and Die in East LA was shot in East LA, and it was released 2 years ago. It's a very unique story. It follows a very unique narrative structure, which shows you the consequence of your decision, and it shows what happens because you made that decision, and then the movie rewinds from the beginning, and then you make another decision, and it shows you the consequence of that new decision. So the way it resonated with the community, that lots of people reached out to me, like DM me or cold email saying, I wish I saw this movie 15 years ago. I got this email from an inmate, Then a mother of a son reached out to me saying, Attila, this movie literally saved my son's life. Because of the movie, my son decided not to join the gang as a mom of a 15-year-old kid, So completely random emails and messages I received. And that is when I noticed that, we have something very special here, And the whole movie was shot in East LA. We mixed, actors, bigger actors like Robert Lasardo, Richard Cabral. But I also love to work with non-actors. So we gave opportunities to lots of local residents, So the whole community came together to make this movie happen.
How did you come up with the idea? How did it come together? I'm always interested in the inception of whatever that moment is when it kind of takes hold and you're like, I got to do this. Because it's not easy to make a movie. It's a commitment. So how did that happen for you?
When I moved to Los Angeles, I was immediately struck by how diverse and colorful Los Angeles is. And me being from Europe with a very thick accent, when I go to let's say for example, the nice neighborhoods like Beverly Hills or Santa Monica, right? Everybody is a little bit intimidated when they hear my accent, It's very strange. But then I ended up in downtown LA and then I went to East LA and people were so curious and so open-minded that they immediately made me film home, And because of that relationship I made instantly, they invited me to their family. They invited me to their home. And then when I experienced what kind of life they live, how much family means to them, the love they share among each other, it was very selfless. And it really reminded me of me growing up during the war. During the war, people are very similar. They don't care about status or wealth, but instead they're very close to each other, very kind to each other, very selfless. And that's why I resonated with East LA. And I have to mention this to you, Adam. Before going to East LA, everybody told me never go to that neighborhood. It's very dangerous. People are not good there. And I have to tell you with all my heart, those East Angelinos are one of the most welcoming, most wonderful people that I've encountered in my life. Seriously. So it was a great experience. So that was the inception of the film. That's why I wanted to work with them together, to involve them from the beginning.
That's amazing. I'm a fan of that. I'm from a place where they say it's kind of like that too, and from Detroit, Michigan. So where I grew up, that maybe it had some of that same reputation, but I was always I don't know, very nice people there. I don't really see it, but sometimes the Hollywood branding, the branding gets you, so good or bad. So I love you being out there as an advocate, especially being a European and coming over here and advocating for East LA. I don't know why, that just makes me smile. With your accent, it's awesome.
I'm glad to hear that. And just to mention, the whole movie happened very effortlessly, very naturally. That's why it resonates with people so much. The film opened 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's great.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Love to see the continued success of it, and I like to see when things like this happen. So what are you doing nowadays? I got to throw you maybe a little bit of a curveball here. AI, AI, a lot of filmmakers are talking about AI. How do you see AI shaping just cinema in general, or how does that play into what you're doing?
Well, what I noticed from my conversations during the AFM and beyond AFM is lots of people are either a little hesitant about AI or even a bit intimidated by AI. And me personally, I look at AI as a great opportunity to enhance your work. So I never approach AI as something that is going to replace my job or replace the job as an actor, but I fully believe AI is here. It's going to change the business, but it's going to change it for the good. It's going to enable people to take their own creativity even further away. So I think it's a very empowering tool for creatives. And I will definitely use it in my movies. Maybe even my very next movie I'm going to be filming, I really would love to have at least a couple of fully AI developed scenes in the film.
That's awesome. So we're at the end of 2025 already, heading into 2026. What's next for you? What kind of projects or what's on the horizon for you?
Yeah, the year just flew by. It's crazy. Well, I just finished my new project actually a month ago. We shot it in South Korea. It's an action film. It's an action fantasy. It's a big project. It's a much bigger project than Live in East LA. We have over 300 VFX shots, and some very, very big people from Hollywood resonated with the films. Like the Oscar-winning producer of The Lord of the Rings endorsed the film. The producer of The Matrix endorsed the film. Lots of big people endorsed the film. And that is why we went to the AFN to show this project to the people, to see what they think about this project. So we had the screener, we had the trailer, we had the poster. Everything is assembled. It's a finished movie. And when you ask me how was my experience at AFM, the reason I said it was phenomenal because the response we got from the distributors and from the sales agents was much better than I anticipated. And that's why my experience at AFM was phenomenal.
Fantastic, man. I love to hear this. Attila, this has been great having you on the show today. I've really enjoyed catching up with you and learning more about your work and also what you have going forward. If people are listening or watching this and they want to follow up, they want to catch your current film, your future ones, and just follow your journey, how do they do that?
Well, first and foremost, I would love for the people to check out my Live and Die Need. We made it recently available on Tubi, so you can watch it for free on Tubi, or you can watch it free on Amazon Prime if you're a subscriber. So I would love for your audience to check that film out. And, you can always connect me on social media through Instagram. It's my first name, last name, Attila. And from there, you can navigate to my email and feel free to reach out. I always welcome cold emails, You never know who you're going to meet.
Fantastic. For everybody listening, just so you know, we'll definitely put some links in the show notes so that you can just click on the links and head right on over and check out Attila's work. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way on your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Attila, man, appreciate it and look forward to seeing the next stuff come out. Appreciate you.
That's good. Congratulations on your podcast, and that was a great talk. Thank you very much, Adam.